Welcome, welcome. My name is Erin Rathke. For those of you who don't know or haven't been watching Inject Creativity Live, I am an online learning and media developer with TAFE Queensland. I also co-host Inject Creativity Live, both the chat show and the deeper dive with Tim Kitchen, which has been lovely. We've been doing that for the last, I think, 6 months or so. At least during the entire time that we've been spending a lot more time at home. Now, with my experience, I have worked in TAFE and have been working in the areas of like professional development, digital capability, digital confidence building, full-time as a paid gig for about 5-6 years now. And then before that, I was the local Elvis with our team. So if people had IT questions, if their phone didn't want to work, if their printer didn't want to work, I was the person that would go in and help them out. So we haven't seen any responses yet for the Menti poll. So if you wouldn't mind going in and just popping your responses in there, it'll give me a really nice baseline through which I can adjust this session to make sure it's as relevant to as many people as possible. Has anyone in this room not used Zoom before? If you're struggling a little bit now that I'm in full screen mode, if you wiggle your mouse over the screen, the controls should show, and that's where you can control your video, your chat, and on top of that, access, you know, the other controls, reactions, that kind of thing. Okay, we've got lots of Spark newbies. That's actually really fantastic. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, total newbie, Erin. So I'm just interested today. And
that is cool.
I'm interested in how it's going to be in our section, because I'm head teacher of a section at TAFE, so I'm sort of interested in head of design, how we can incorporate this into our section. So I think I've got another trainer popping in as well, Danielle, so that'd be interesting.
Okay, great. Because the aim of this workshop isn't for you to just sit and listen. My aim for the outcome of today is actually to give everybody something that they can walk away with. So the aim today is to create an asset out of each part of the suite. And I would love during the session if everybody was willing to share what they'd created. But obviously I understand, especially if you're very, very new to a particular bit of software or service. Oh, here's my TA. Hey, Bubba. Then it can be a little bit intimidating for you to share something, especially in a room with basically strangers. So I respect you if you choose not to share. So without further ado, we'll have a look. So we've got lots of newbies from the product side of things. I'll just jump to the next slide. So how many monitor screens do you have available today? It will help me inform the way I approach things. Someone's got 3 screens. I've got a couple of different devices that I'm using. I've got multiple screens, but I also do have a mobile device handy. So if you do only have 1 screen, I would very strongly encourage you to, if you can't like monitor on like a separate device like an iPad, then keep me on the screen, but maybe as I'm talking through things, pay attention to some of the steps that I'm going to show you, and then put a tab over the top of this broadcast. So take it out of full screen. You can do that by wiggling the cursor and going to the top right-hand corner of the screen, and that should allow you to go out of full screen. So you can open an additional tab in your browser, and then that will enable you to actually go into Spark and do some things off your own back, rather than getting a bit stuck because you only have 1 screen to work with. Otherwise, if you do have an iOS device, I definitely do encourage you, just while I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping at the beginning, to go to your App Store and install Spark Post, Spark Page, and Spark Video if you have the bandwidth and your device is new enough to do it. Unfortunately, the entire Adobe Spark suite is not available on Android devices, but all 3 parts are available as separate apps on Apple devices. Okay, so without too much fluff, let's get into it. Okay, so thank you very much for doing the poll. I'm going to close that off now.